Fish is a healthy, high-protein food, especially important for its omega-3 fatty acids, which are essential fats that our bodies don't produce on their own. Trust me, this video is very amazing for you. In this video I am going to tell you about the types of fish or fishes. Keep with me at last of video. Now let's start it. Omega-3 fatty acids play an essential role in brain and heart health. Omega-3s have been shown to decrease inflammation and reduce the risk of heart disease. They're important for prenatal development in babies, too. The American Heart Association, AHA, recommends eating fish at least 2 times a week, particularly fatty fish like salmon, lake trout, sardines, and albacore tuna, which are high in omega-3s. Yet, there are some risks associated with eating fish on a regular basis. Contaminants such as mercury and polychlorinated biphenyls, PCBs, find their way into ground, lake, and ocean water from our household and industrial waste, and then into the fish who live there. The following 12 superstar fish have made it onto our best fish list not only for having great nutrition and safety profiles but because they're eco-friendly, being responsibly caught or farmed, and not overfished. 1. Alaskan salmon. There's a debate about whether wild salmon or farmed salmon is the better option. Farmed salmon is significantly cheaper, but it may contain less omega-3s and fewer vitamins and minerals, depending on whether it's fortified or not. Salmon is a great option for your diet overall, but if your budget allows, opt for the wild variety. Try this grilled salmon recipe with a sweet tangy glaze for an entree that's easy to prepare. 2. Cod. This flaky white fish is a great source of phosphorus, niacin, and vitamin B12. A 3-ounce cooked portion contains 15 to 20 grams of protein. Try a piccata sauce on top of cod for a nice complement, like in this recipe. 3. Herring. A fatty fish similar to sardines, herring is especially good smoked. Smoked fish is packed with sodium though, so consume it in moderation. Jamie Oliver's Mediterranean-style herring linguine uses the fresh version in this recipe. Fresh herring is delicious marinated, pickled, or smoked. Or opt for canned herring in wine, sauce, or mustard for an easy nutritious meal when time is limited. Avoid sour cream or cream sauce preparations which add unnecessary calories and fat. Research suggests eating oily fish like herring twice a week slashes the risk for heart disease by more than 1/3. So along with protecting your ticker, herring can save your life. 4. Mahi-mahi. A tropical firm fish, mahi-mahi can hold up to almost any preparation. Because it's also called dolphin fish, it's sometimes confused with the mammal dolphin. But don't worry, they're completely different. Try some blackened mahi-mahi tacos with a chipotle mayo for dinner. 5. Mackerel. As opposed to leaner white fish, mackerel is an oily fish, rich in healthy fats. King mackerel is a high-mercury fish, so opt for the lower-mercury Atlantic or smaller mackerel choices. In addition to reducing inflammation and heart disease risk, omega-3s may enhance brain function and improve symptoms of depression or ADHD in children. Mackerel also contains a bounty of B vitamins, including vitamin B12, selenium, niacin, magnesium, and vitamin D. Vitamin B12 is essential for nerve tissue and red blood cell health. Mackerel gets its pink hue from astaxanthin, a potent antioxidant. Mackerel makes for delicious grilled, smoked, and even canned preparations. 6. Perch. Another white fish, perch has a medium texture and can come from the ocean or fresh water. Because of its mild taste, a flavorful panko breading goes well with it, like in this recipe. 7. Rainbow trout. Farmed rainbow trout is actually a safer option than wild, as it's raised protected from contaminants. And, according to the Monterey Bay Aquarium Seafood Watch, it's one of the best types of fish you can eat in terms of environmental impact. Try these delicious trout recipes. Rainbow trout has a delicate flavor that takes well to herbs, lemon, butter, and other flavorings. It can be enjoyed pan-fried, baked or grilled for quick healthy weekday meals. Choosing trout from sustainable, low-contaminant sources is important. 8. Sardines. Also an oily fish, sardines are rich in many vitamins. The canned version is easy to find, and it's actually more nutritious because you're consuming the entire fish, including bones and skin. Don't worry, they're pretty much dissolved. Try topping a salad with a can of them for a nice meal. Sardines also provide an impressive amount of vitamin B12, needed for optimal brain and nervous system function. You'll also get healthy doses of niacin, vitamin D, vitamin B2, selenium, calcium, phosphorus, and vitamin E from sardines. Canned sardines make an easy protein-packed addition to salads, pasta dishes, and whole-grain crackers. Since they're found near the bottom of the food chain, sardines tend to accumulate fewer toxins than larger fish. 9. Striped bass. Either farmed or wild, striped bass is another sustainable fish. It has a firm yet flaky texture and is full of flavor. Try this recipe for bronzed sea bass with lemon shallot butter. 10. Tuna. Whether fresh or canned, tuna is a favorite of many. When picking fresh tuna, choose a piece that's glossy and smells ocean fresh. It's easy to prepare, too. All it needs is a quick sear over high heat. It's recommended that people limit yellowfin, albacore, and ahi tuna due to their high mercury content. Instead of white, which is albacore, choose chunk light when buying canned tuna. Light tuna is almost always the lower mercury species called skipjack. 11. Wild Alaskan pollock. Alaskan pollock is always wild-caught in the northern Pacific Ocean. Because of its mild flavor and light texture, it's the fish most often used for fish sticks and other battered fish products. Try this recipe for garlic butter poached pollock. 12. Arctic char. Arctic char is in the salmon family. It looks like salmon and its flavor is somewhere between salmon and trout, slightly more like trout. The meat is firm, with fine flake and high fat content. Its flesh ranges from dark red to pale pink. Farmed Arctic char is raised mostly in onshore tanks that create less pollution than those in coastal waters. Try this easy recipe for a maple glazed char. 3 fish to avoid. 1. Swordfish. Swordfish is a large fish that can be extremely high in methylmercury, a heavy metal that, when consumed in large quantities, can be linked to negative brain health outcomes. If you have a choice of which fish to serve, skip the swordfish and go for an option that is lower in this heavy metal. Marlin, shark, and tilefish are other fish examples that contain high levels of mercury. 2. Bluefin tuna. Bluefin tuna may be delicious to eat, but they are heavily overfished and their population is severely declined. Choosing this fish contributes to the demand, which can lead to illegal fishing practices and continued overfishing. 3. Eel. While it may be delicious as an ingredient in your favorite sushi roll, eel may not be the best choice to consume frequently. It may be higher in mercury and certain varieties are endangered. Reducing the eel population can negatively affect the mussel population, as eels carry mussel larvae, allowing them to build new populations. Without enough eel, the mussel population may become affected too. Consuming a variety of fish several times a week will provide many nutrients needed for a well-balanced diet. If you're pregnant, breastfeeding, or have a health condition, check with your doctor before incorporating any fish that contains mercury.